Hi YouTube, so I'm here to do my week 19 update since gastric bypass surgery. And this week, so the week before I was 302.4 and I had lost 0 pounds. Well, this week I lost 5.2 pounds. I'm so ecstatic because that means not only am I in the 200s, but I am 297.2 pounds. I am just beyond happy because I haven't been in the 200s since high school. You know, and for me, that's just, I don't know, it's just amazing, and it makes me so happy, and it gives me more motivation to do things, because, you know, to keep on eating right and to exercise, because I'm like, okay, you know, I'm doing this. I think while I was still stuck in the 300s, I guess I kind of felt like, okay, I'm never gonna get there. But now that I see that 2 in front of it, even though it's 290 something, like, for me, I'm like, I don't know, it just helped me, like, feel like I saw more, that I lost more weight. So I'm really excited about that. So total now, I've lost 73.8 pounds. And I'm almost actually at 100 pounds that I've lost total, because I lost 25 before surgery, and now I've lost 73.8. So I am 1.2 pounds away from losing 100 pounds. So that's just amazing to think, you know, like, in less than a year, I have lost almost 100 pounds. Like, I've never lost that much weight ever at one time, much less that much weight in a year. So, you know, it's like, sometimes I get down on myself and I'm like, oh, I only lost 3 pounds, or oh, I didn't lose any pounds this week. But the whole point of it is, you know, looking at the bigger numbers, because that's amazing. You know, I've lost 98.8 pounds. That's just amazing. So definitely, if you're struggling, look at the bigger numbers, because I think we get so overwhelmed with the daily or weekly numbers that we lose sight of how much we've actually accomplished. So really this week, you know, in my week 18, I talked about how I had lost some of my motivation, and I was trying to get that back. I feel like this week some of my motivation has come back. I worked out 4 times. I went to water aerobics once, and then I rode my exercise bike 3 times. So my goal, you know, has been 5 times a week for exercise. So you know, I really wanted to exercise yesterday, but by the time I would have exercised, it was like 9, 10 o'clock, and I didn't, you know, want to be up all night, so I didn't. And honestly, I'm not really that upset with myself, because I still exercised some this week. So I don't know, I think sometimes, you know, it's okay if you miss an extra day or something, just as long as it doesn't stay like that every time. But like I was saying about the motivation, I have a feeling that this coming up week is going to be, I'm going to have probably all my motivation back, because like I said, just like getting on that scale this morning and weighing and seeing that 2 just excited me so much that I've felt a difference today in how I've been motivated. So let's see, I've still been, this week's still kind of been hard, because I'm still struggling with, you know, finding who I am, and all the relationships around me are changing, all the friendships, not only on my part but on my friends' parts, because, you know, I'm different, and I don't want, like, every activity we do to be like around food or things of that nature. So relationships are changing, and it's hard, because just like our journey, that's day to day, this process is a day to day thing, and I don't think me finding myself or finding out what where my relationships stand are gonna happen overnight. So it kind of sucks that it's gonna take time to figure those things out. But I'm really hanging in there because, you know, and some days are harder than others, I'm not gonna lie. But you know, I feel like I'm doing the best I can right now. So I think that's the major important thing. Let's see, one thing that I've noticed, and I don't know if other people are like this, but I feel like the more weight I've lost, the more I can see black circles under my eyes. I don't know if anybody else has seen that, but yeah, so I'd be interested to hear if anybody else is like that. But I mean, I guess it makes sense really, because there's not as much fat like underneath my eye covering that up. So and you know, like before I would wear makeup like every once in a while, but I never really did a whole lot because I'd gotten to the point where I was so big that I was a lot of the times so hot that if I put makeup on, I knew I would sweat and it would run. And I'm kind of a girly girl in the sense that I like makeup. I like doing my hair and stuff. I'm kind of a relaxed girly girl though, because I like doing my hair and stuff, but then I like wearing my hair in a ponytail too. Granted, I just got back from water aerobics, but you know, there are times that you just want to be like in jeans and your hair up. So but this week I wore makeup a couple times this week, and it actually really helped like my motivation and helped make me feel pretty, and I really enjoyed it. I think I'm gonna start doing it more just because it makes me feel good. And now that I've lost a lot of weight and I tend to get colder easier than I used to, I don't have to really worry about the sweating problem. I mean, when I work out and stuff I sweat, but I don't sweat just like walking around the grocery store like I used to. Little tasks that were so hard before are now much easier, and it's just like a normal daily task and not like a job, kind of, because going to the store or doing things like that felt like a job. Like you would just be wore out from it, and you know, it was hard because it was embarrassing, and you were in that cycle, you know, where you wanted things to be different, but you were trying to change it, but you couldn't really change it, and there were a lot of days that you weren't trying as hard as you could, and then you felt bad and you felt guilty, so you ate more, and so just pretty much that constant cycle. So I'm really enjoying being able to do things that I couldn't do before comfortably. Now I can actually go around the store and actually take my time and look at things, where before I would do everything really fast because I wanted to get out of there so I could sit down. So I'm enjoying just having that time to like get out and about and look at things and experience things and things like that. So even walking to the gas station and get something to drink or something, like it's really the small things. Like the small things have really added up to make a lot of big things, and I'm starting to notice those small things more and more. I'm also starting to, like, for the longest time it was so hard for me to see, like, in the mirror and in myself how I was losing weight, but it seems like every week I'm starting to be able to realize it myself instead of having to look at pictures to see the differences. And I don't know if y'all are this way, but I hardly, before surgery, I hardly ever looked in the mirror. Just because I knew I was fat, I knew how fat I was, but I didn't want to see myself. And now I'm looking in the mirror a little more. Not that I'm like getting conceited or anything, but I think I look in the mirror more just to, because I'm starting to care about myself a little more. I'm starting to get a little bit of self-esteem, and also too because I want to see if I can see any changes. So so that's really the things that have been going on this week. Nothing really too major besides being in the 200s. So I'm trying to think if there's anything else. I don't think so. So I hope you all have an amazing week, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.